Hi, I'd like to welcome you to the Skillz Karate family and spend a couple of minutes telling you about how the program works, how the school operates, and the things we expect from our ninjas. First of all, my name is Shihan, our title, and that's Japanese. Most people have heard the term sensei before, which means teacher, and that's usually a second or a third degree black belt. Shihan is actually one level higher, means master teacher. Currently I'm a 6th degree black belt and I've earned that title. So whenever anybody has a question or they need to address me, that would be the proper term, Shihan. One of the first things that we have our ninjas do whenever they come into the karate school is show us a good attention stance, which is putting your feet together, back straight, hands at your side, a good karate bow, and they use their good loud voice and they say, "Hello, sir," to announce that they're coming in for class. We repeat the process whenever they leave the school by going back to attention, and naturally instead of hello, they would say, "Goodbye, sir." What this does is a couple of things. Number one, it's going to work on their confidence, that they're able to use their voice and announce themselves in a large area. Number two, it's also going to work on their self-discipline as we tell the students or ninjas that this is one of the rules of the school, so we're always watching the door to see who may possibly forget, and that tells us that they just need a little extra help working on their self-discipline. The really great thing about this is leading by example is one of the best ways to teach your ninja. So all of the parents will do this also. Naturally, there's no consequence if somebody forgets, especially one of the parents, but you definitely see the parents that do it get much better results from their ninjas because then they're doing it as a family. So whenever you walk in, make it a point to say hello, and or leaving, you say goodbye. The final part about this is I am paying attention and I do hear everybody when they do say it, but I may not respond back. If I'm in the middle of teaching class, or if I'm having a conversation with somebody, I'm going to continue that conversation or class, and you may not acknowledge that you've said it. That's perfectly okay. Realize that I've heard you, and you are free to enter and or leave the building. Once you're in the school, one of the most important things is to make sure you check in for class. Right to the side of the door, we have an iPad set up so that you're able to check in, do a search by your child's name, and just hit checked in. It is super important that you do this because belt presentations are based on the number of classes. Every belt rank, they have to attend a minimum number of classes to be eligible for the next belt rank. So please make it a point whenever you're here to check in for class. Once you've checked in, then we have our cubbies right off to the side here. We like our students to be responsible for their own things. I do not like seeing moms or dads handle or carry coats, socks, shoes, bags, or anything of the nature. Our ninjas are responsible and they need to show that to their parents. So you're going to take all of your things, you're going to choose an empty cubby and be able to put your things in that cubby so that you know exactly where to find them after class and get all of your things back. Now that you basically are ready for class, you're going to have a seat with mom or dad until your class starts. More often than not, there's going to be a class going on right before yours, so we do ask you that you remain a little bit quiet so that way you're not distracting the students in class. When it's time for your class, you're going to hear me say, all right, it's time to line up. And what we do then is we line up from shortest person to the tallest person. So it doesn't matter your belt color, you line up by height, and that way then we're able to get class started. The other area of the school that we like to talk about is the hallway here, which is just behind the classroom. We have 2 bathrooms. The first one is for girls, and the second one is for girls or boys. We always like the boys to use just the one, and girls can use either one of the 2 that are available. We do ask the parents to please escort your children to the bathroom. We know that boys aren't always the cleanest, and other people need to use the bathroom, and it's not fair that they have to clean up any extra messes. We also have our drinking fountain back here, so at least once during class, the ninjas are going to get a drink break, and we ask and make sure that it's important that you walk back to the drinking fountain. Here in the hallway is a tile floor, and once we've been working out, we might be sweating a little bit, so your feet might be sweaty and wet, and or if the kids are messy and they've spilled some water back here, it's very easy, if you're not paying attention, to lose your balance, slip, and then somebody falls and gets hurt. It's super important that everybody stays safe so that they have a great experience here in the karate school. So there you have it. I'm looking forward to meeting you and your ninja at your orientation. If you have any questions before you arrive, please feel free to contact me. I'm happy to answer any questions, and I'm looking forward to meeting you soon.